Okay, so you'd like to get a job for the summer or an internship for the summer or some kind of volunteer opportunity. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk through a couple of the best places to look that will maximize your ability to find stuff without having to siphon through a bunch of different stuff. The first two big ones, of course, are going to be the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. So you just go to their main website, and then you're going to look for their jobs section, which is under dash jobs. So what you want to do is you can go through here and search jobs. If you're a person that's early in your internships, then you would be mostly looking for internships. Then you could find lots and lots and lots and lots of different ones. So these kinds of internships here's a lot that have been posted from Dallas, here's a lot that are from Missouri, here's some from Toledo Zoo, right? So these kinds of internships are available now and are just a couple days old, actually, even in this. So this is actually pretty recent stuff. So AZA, great place to find jobs. You know that the organization that you're working with is going to be a great organization because they're on AZA, they're certified. The other one is AAZK, which is kind of like Association of Zoos and Aquariums, just a kind of an alternative parallel version of it. It's another organization. They certify that the people that they're working with are doing a good job. So it's the same sort of thing, just you're going to find different job postings because maybe one zoo is AAZK and one is AAZ or AZA. A lot of zoos are both, right? So you're going to find these jobs in lots of different places. You're going to go to membership, or you're going to go to employment, find some job listings, right? So you can search through this, or you can search for particular categories. So if you're looking for like an actual job, well, then you'd be looking for a particular paying position, or if you're looking for just internships. Oops, they didn't even post any internships. I've broken their website. Oh no. So I've broken their categories, but you can see the general idea, right? Hey, here's a paid internship, and you can kind of like get a little bit more information about them. You can siphon through all these. Here's Plumpton Park Zoo, right? Something in Wisconsin. These kinds of internships and paid positions are available, right? So stuff that is interesting is starting to be posted now for the summer, right? So they want to find their person here relatively soon. So these are two places, AZA and AAZK, are both great places to find for zoo jobs. If you are a person that is looking more on the wildlife rehab side of things, there is no better place to go than the NWRA, the National Wildlife Rehabilitation Association. That is the number one place that I would go to. I wouldn't even waste my time going to any place else. So they have under resources their career center and any kind of way that you would want to do sorting. So like paid, unpaid. So let's say, hey, I just care about paid internships, and somebody that doesn't have their bachelor's yet. So I want to look for some paid internships. Hey, here's a bunch of paid internships. Some in Virginia, Delaware, Wisconsin. We could probably even try there's 18 of them. We could probably try and find one that's real far away, right? So here's a veterinary, or one that's in Canada, this kind of stuff. Great place to look for wildlife rehab side of things, the medicine as well as the education side of things. Great places to look for. What if you are looking for positions that are more on the wildlife that is healthy and wildlife that you're not laying hands on type thing? Not Conservation Job Board, not that one. The big four that I would point you to are, first, the big one is Texas A&M Job Board. Texas A&M Job Board is by far the best for any wildlife position. The only issue with this is it's for all sorts of different kinds of natural resources positions. So some of these are not very sciencey, and they're more on the order of management, right? How can we stock this fish pond? How can we ensure that there's enough animals here? So you're going to find some positions here that are maybe you'd want to vet them a little bit more. So you can see there's 2,000 jobs currently posted, and you can say, oh, I only care about the undergraduate opportunities, right? So I want to look for just undergrad opportunities. So here's 37 jobs that are specific to targeting undergrads. Here's some in the Bahamas. It's kind of nice. Here's some that is in Georgia, right? So dolphins, QGIS stuff, all sorts of Center for Quantitative Ecology. Oh, I know that. Hey. So all different kinds of things that you can go and find, as well as if you're looking for particular kinds of like paid or unpaid, right? So volunteering or part-time, that kind of thing. So these are ways that you can kind of sort and look through this sort of material. You can also say like, hey, I want to stay in a particular state. So let's see what's in Ohio. So if I choose location of Ohio and I say, okay, what else? I don't care about anything else. I just want to be in Ohio. Hey, here's some stuff for ODW. Here's a little bit of stuff for MBI. So some water chemistry stuff that I sent out a thing earlier this week for. Hey, some other stuff. So these are all ways that you can go and find these sorts of things. Occasionally, you will find some international stuff be posted on the Natural Resources Job Board, and those tend to be pretty good positions if they're they're trying to actually recruit from farther away. So they tend to be pretty good positions. Another one that is close to my heart is the SCA, the Student Conservation Association. You'll find it by going to thesca.org. If you go to sca.org, it's a different organization. It's a bunch of nerds that role play. This is a group for the SCA is a different group of nerds. They're all about wildlife. This is how I actually got my start. This is what I actually did to get into Yosemite National Park doing my bear work. This is how I initially did it. So this is a way that you can get linked up with, hey, here's some parks and here's some things that are very like AmeriCorps type positions. So here's all of the current positions that you can find. You can sort this. The only difference is this is going to include a lot of non-wildlife specific stuff. So you're going to want to tailor it to your interests and tailor it to things that you particularly are interested in. So if I look for bear stuff, right? So here's a bunch of things that mention bear, right? That kind of thing. So some of these are going to be like education. Some of these are going to be maintenance of trails, that kind of thing. So you kind of sort through this a little bit more to get the jobs that you're wanting. The other big one, if you would like to work for the federal government, is usajobs.gov. Every federal job gets posted here, whether or not it's a big, really high up job or whether it's a federal job that is like an summer intern, that type of thing. So this is a great way for you to, hey, I want to look for biology jobs that are related to these sorts of things, but hey, I don't want them to be, I want them to be things that are open to the public because you are the public, as in not somebody that's already currently working for it, as well as we would want it to be, maybe if you have special statuses, maybe you'd be able to apply to those. These sorts of positions are a little high up, so maybe we would have to sort through these 303 jobs that we could select it to have like paying filters and that kind of thing, right? So as a ways that we could select just internships, that kind of thing. So here's a couple internships, this sort of thing. So these are ways to go about finding these sorts of internships, and these kind of temporary summer positions are going to be another important one. Hey, here's what I was a biosciences technician. This is for Shenandoah. Hey, great. That'd be a great place to go. So this would be pretty nice position. Start as a GS5, which is a nice high position. And you can go work for Shenandoah National Park and do whatever Shenandoah would like you to do. Looks like bears. Yeah. Hey, this is a bear team in Shenandoah National Park. So go do this one. So USA Jobs, great place to find for the National Park Service, national forests, etc. That sort of federal level jobs. Still positions that are available to you, right? And these are paid positions. And a lot of times they come with housing and that sort of thing too. The last place that I would go to is I would suggest you look at the Wildlife Society. This is where a lot of not only kind of parks and management stuff gets posted here, but you'll also see a lot of academic things here. So people that are like looking for somebody to help them go out and do trapping while they're finishing their PhD and doing this sort of stuff, or these sorts of things that are, hey, I'd really like to expand this project to make it bigger. So you're going to go help out with a particular a project. So where's the jobs board? Oh, here. So like the careers.wildlife.org. Jobs and internships. There it is. Wildlife resources. So these sorts of ways that you can sort. And we would be going in for students, wildlife careers, and when I searched previously, I searched and found a couple things. So I want to work with, let's say, fish. And now here's a couple things working for Oregon Department. So working on some beaver stuff, working on some fisheries, working on monitoring the sort of invasive species. So all this kind of stuff that is both like state level and some kind of private things, AmeriCorps, this sort of work, is all going to be posted here as well. Those would be my top job boards for you to go and look at to find a position for a summer or a position for an after leaving the zoo program. So let me know if you have any questions. I can help.